Tell me what it was that I was talking about. I was talking about the consciousness of babies before they're born, and then you said something. What was that?
Well, when I was still kind of growing, but like I was like I don't remember when it was, but I was just in your belly, and I was just thinking kind of to myself very slowly that like I could feel things around me, like I knew what was around me and stuff. And then what is the cord thing called again?
Umbilical cord.
Yeah, and I thought the umbilical cord, like maybe one day I'd be able to. I didn't know anything, and I thought I'd never learn about the world or anything else. And then one day I'd be strong enough and able.
But you knew that there was a world?
Yeah, but I never thought I would know. And then I felt like I would someday, when I was strong enough, I would just pull up that cord and then land somewhere where it wasn't in space, and then go to sleep. Go to sleep. Just go to sleep. Hard.
And then you get up and play with that thing and then go to sleep?
Yeah.
And you didn't know about the water? What did the water around you feel like?
Well, I felt like, wow, I wonder how it is out there. Oh yeah, and one time the time I was thinking about that, I heard you and I was like, I wonder how it is for Mom.
You knew I was Mom?
Yeah.
You knew I was a person?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Did you know you were a person?
Well, I thought like maybe I was just I felt like I was just like a round ball, but I was still growing because I knew I would still grow. So I just felt like a round, tiny ball that would just start growing, until and then I would be able to climb my fear. The cord thingy.
Were you like you want to go throw that away and wash your hands? Go do that.
And then I come back?
Yeah.
I forgot you were in here, Faustine. I didn't know about you.
Alright, go ahead.
You were asking me. Well, wait, what were you asking me?
Oh, you had thoughts?
Huh?
You had thoughts when you were in there?
Yeah.
What did you think about?
When I usually I thought about when I would be able to climb the thing, and then maybe I would land on Earth, because I was kind of curious, like maybe if I was, when I went out there, I wondered if the reason I was moving around is because actually the space out there was moving around, and then you were moving around, and then that made me move around. But no, I was wrong. Or was I? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Where were you? Where did you come from?
What do you mean?
How did you get there? Like, where were you before that?
Can you tell me more about what you mean? Like what?
Like, what was the first moment you were aware in that space?
Like I was aware that I knew the things around me?
Like, are you remembering something? Are you remembering that time when you're thinking back?
Yeah.
Okay, so what is your very first memory? What was that like? What was it?
Like the first time I ever kind of thought about something? Um, I think I heard your voice, and then I was thinking, who is that? What am I? Where am I from? And then I'd get this to see what was around me, but I couldn't see anything. So I went back to sleep.
How much do you remember being awake?
Hmm?
How much do you remember being awake?
Like maybe like half an hour every day, and then I'd be like, I like going to sleep. I feel kind of slimy.
Slimy?
Well, not slimy, but weird. Not slimy, but I felt weird when I was awake because I wasn't really used to what was around me. But not slimy. Slimy. I felt slimy. But I was just like, what is this? I don't know what this is, so I'm going back to sleep.
Could you see things?
Well, are you asking like how
Like,
I
what
was
did it
aware
look
of what was
like?
around me?
Yeah.
Well, like I could see colors, but I was closing my eyes, but how I got to know everything around me is because I could think and I could feel things.
You could feel things with your hands, or you could feel things like you could sense things.
Both, a little bit of both. Are you understanding this?
Am I understanding it?
Yeah, what I'm saying.
Yeah. No, I'm just really curious. So when you went to sleep, did you dream?
Well, like I kind of dreamed about what I was thinking about before I went to sleep. Sometimes I thought about stuff, and then one time I dreamed that usually the colors that I could see was red because, well, do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
Because, well, things around me was kind of red, but sometimes I saw different colors, but I don't remember all of them. Like when I was dreaming.
Okay, so you dreamed when you were in that space?
Yeah.
What were the places that you went in your dreams?
Well, there was obviously like a surface, kind of.
A surface?
Well, not a surface, but like a wall that I couldn't go any more far. Obviously, but I never thought of touching it or anything. And then I dreamed that when I was able to, I would climb up the thing, and then I would find like something like a surface, because I knew about surfaces because there was a wall, but I knew there was obviously gonna be a surface.
That was obvious?
Well,
Or are you just saying it's obvious like when you're explaining it to me? You knew that there?
well, I felt like that like in some place there would be a surface. Because if there's a wall, I didn't feel like you were the tallest person on earth and you would just go forever down. So I felt like somewhere there was a surface.
Were you aware of other people existing? Because you said you knew I was not the tallest person on earth.
Well, I meant like, well, I didn't really know about anything, but I knew that you wouldn't be really, really tall and then it would just go on forever. You wouldn't just go on forever. I felt like that.
When you dreamed, were there other beings in the dreams?
Kind of, actually. One time I could feel how I was shaped and like what I felt like around me. So I knew what I kind of looked like because I kind of can sense it. And then one time I had a dream that there were a whole bunch of me's, and we were all trying to climb the thing, and everything was wider because there were multiple of me, and then we all think the same things, and then I had a strange dream that I don't quite remember what it was, but we climbed up this weird triangle, not triangle, but it wasn't a perfect triangle though. And then we climbed up it, and then we saw a rainbow.
This isn't a dream before you were born?
Yeah.
And there were other people like you?
They looked exactly like me, but that's because like I knew how I felt. Like I knew how I was shaped.
What was the imperfect it was a triangle, it was a flat thing, it was a shape, or was it a pyramid?
It wasn't a perfect triangle, but it was something kind of like one. And then we just kind of climbed up it. It was kind of like a ladder triangle, but not a ladder triangle.
And where was the rainbow?
Well, we climbed up it, and then we saw a rainbow, and that's how but this was kind of near when I was first aware of stuff around me there.
Was this a long time before you were born, or was this closer to when you were born?
I don't understand. Like, was it near when I was
it was in the beginning of, okay, when you first became aware, were you inside very much longer? Like, were you were you still in that space for days and days and days and days and days, or was it kind of close to when you came out?
Came out of you?
Mm-hmm.
No, it was when I was inside of you. Because I could have things around me.
You could have things around. Wait, what?
Like, I could know the things around me inside there because I could feel things and I could be, like, kind of aware of things, but not quite.
Were you aware of what I was doing?
Well, sometimes I felt you kind of, like, move. In a way.
Were you affected by the things that I was interacting with?
What do you mean?
The like interactions I was having with other people, or whether I was asleep. Did that affect you? Were you aware of what I was emotionally going through or what I was thinking?
Well, sometimes because I was mostly sleeping. Well, when you were sleeping, I was just like I woke up one time and I was like, like all I saw was darkness because my eye had just woke up and I was like,
You okay?
yeah. But way tinier than I am now.
Did you hear your dad?
Like, what do you mean?
Were you aware of him?
In a way, yeah.
What do you mean in a way?
Like, sometimes when he was just kind of like really near, I could kind of hear him because he was like right, like near you. But I knew that didn't sound like your voice, and then I kind of picked up something that I didn't know what it was, but I knew there were. But then that's when I realized there were others around, and it wasn't just you and me. And
so you knew that you weren't me. You knew that you were separate from me.
Yeah.
You knew that you were inside of me.
Well, not exactly. I knew that I wasn't as big as that because I could feel my shape, but I could kind of feel other things around, but I knew that wasn't part of me. So, yeah.
I still have your umbilical cord.
Wait. My what?
That thing you were grabbing onto.
In my dream. I didn't actually pull on it.
When you were awake and you said you were playing with it.
Well, I thought one day when I was stronger and I was able, well, to do things better, couldn't really do much, then I could maybe find a surface when I went there. If I tried to pull myself up. Well.
But do you remember playing with the cord? Because it was just you and the cord is attached from you, your belly button, to this pillow in there.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of do it. At first, when I was first ready to feel things, I felt it and I was like, hey, what's this doing on me? Guess I'm just gonna have to live with this.
Are you making stuff up now?
No. Well, I didn't exactly say that, but I was just I holded it for a second and then I kind of just went guess I know a bunch of stuff now.
So when you grasped it and realized it was connected to you, you realized that it was connected to you.
Yeah. Ow, my knee.
Do you remember anything else?
Hold on. I remember waking up the day. I remember when I was first born. When I first came out, I saw something brighter, but I always saw the different colors when I was kind of awake. So I was really curious, and then I tried to use my awareness, but then I couldn't do anything.
You tried to what?
I tried to be aware of what was around me, but I wasn't in the same place I was when I was in you.
After you were born? After you were out?
Yes. The minute I was out, I got really curious, and then I wanted to see if I was still aware, and I wasn't aware of anything, and I was actually kind of scared because I wasn't aware of anything.
And then what happened? Do you remember?
What do you mean, what happened?
Do you have memories after that?
Well, I couldn't open my eyes at all, but I don't know how, but my awareness, I was so good. I started using my awarenesses so good of where I was and what my surroundings were. I knew I wasn't where I used to be, and that's when I got the feeling that I was bigger. But yeah.
Do you remember being born?
Kind of. Like, suddenly, I came out, and then I was actually kind of cold. When I came out. Like, when the first little thing came out, I was like, brr, how did they survive out there? And then I was just like, but then more started coming out. I was like, it's too cold. And then my whole body came out, and then my head, I was like, put me back inside.
Your head came out first, and then your body.
I know, but
yeah.
When I first came out, I was just like, ew. Hi, Mom.
Mm-hmm.
Was I crying the second I came out? What did I do? What was I like?
When I first saw you, you were so big. Your limbs, your arms and legs were really long. You had a lot of hair on your head.
Oh yes, I did.
And because you had just came out, and your body gets squeezed coming out,
Yeah.
and so at first your skin was is a little bit dark, and you kind of reminded me of a chimpanzee, and in my mind, but the word chimp.
Chimpanzee.
Listen, I didn't mean to. And you weren't, it was just that moment, just real quick.
Yeah.
Just because your hands were like that just for a minute.
Hey, Mom, help me. Help me,
And
Mom.
then they put you on my belly, and you were on me. And your dad bent down and looked at you close in your face, and you opened your eyes, and that first time you ever opened your eyes, and he was standing there, and he was the first thing that you saw, looking right at you, and he saw that your eyes were blue, and he about just was like, oh my God, her eyes are blue, her eyes are blue. We both knew that you would have blue eyes.
He already knew?
We both saw you before you were born.
Oh yeah. Did I already tell you my name?
Yeah, but I told you that.
What? You told me my name?
I told you the times.
You told me that it was gonna be. Like you... Did I tell you that my name was gonna... Is that, but you don't have to name me that. It's just an option that I really like.
I don't want to get into all that right now.
Can you keep telling me?
Nope, I'm not going to do that right now.
Please keep telling me.
No.
I need my entertainment nighttime story.
I'm not doing that right now.
But it's my nighttime story.
No, I wanted to hear what you had to say, that's all. But it's very late now. It's bedtime.
I remember my first stuffy.
Are you trying to stretch this out?
Yes.
Okay, I don't want any made up stories.
But it's not.
That's not made up? What do you remember?
Wait. Was the elephant my first one?
You asking me?
I'm just making sure. I don't want to tell why.
Okay, it's bedtime, Beth.
Was it
It's
though?
bedtime.
Was it?